Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea. I'm studying a Bachelor of Science and this is the Mensa. So the Mensa is a place that you can come with your friends or yourself to come cook. It's also a really beautiful social space as well. Little Hall encourages you to build useful life skills like cooking to help you in the future.
So this is a big step for me in terms of being independent. From being quite dependent on my parents to, make dinner, clean the house. It was quite a big step where I had to cook my own dinner, make sure my room's clean, make sure the kitchen's clean. So, it really puts you into a world where, you're by yourself in terms of like, you're responsible for yourself. In terms of your health, well, booking your own doctor's appointment is quite daunting. But other than that, it's a big step for independence, but you'll definitely fit into it.
Finances are a major concern for any student moving to university. However, the Little Hall community has your back.
First is like cooking, like you have to cook, like otherwise if you go out and always eat outside, it's like very expensive. But well, you have to treat yourself like maybe once a month or like once a week, you can do that. But also what's really fun here in Little Hall, because we have a lot of events and like free foods all the time. So I always go to that kind of event. That's the best way to save money here.
It is my pity that I didn't become an RA through my 2.5 years here. But actually being an RA is very great, to be honest, I guess, because you can not only earn your salary, but also you can make the friends with like the whole building. So I think it can be socially and financially solve your problems to some extent.
For myself, I tend to spend a lot in my first semester, so don't worry about that. That's gonna be you buying your, household items like, brooms, I guess, or like cleaning equipment. But hopefully you'll, fit in, and hopefully the spending will go down. But I mean, like, if you're a high spender, there's no problems. My advice is to just spend within your means, and don't overspend. Remember, rent is bi-weekly. Don't miss your rent.
I usually plan my budget in advance. I created separate categories within my account, such as rent, general expenses, groceries, and for emergency. This way, I know how much I can spend each week while keeping within my budget. I also seek part-time jobs that are manageable alongside my studies. These also bring me valuable experiences.
Everybody's case are different. So for the most things, I think it is better to talk to the manager or talk to the top one to see if you can obtain a finance support, to be honest.
I think the first thing and most important thing to do is get in touch with us and let us know. You can either email us, call us, or swing by the front desk and chat with someone in person. But if you let us know that you're struggling with the finances, there's lots of things we can do to help. We can set up things like payment plans, and we can even put holds on things like sanctions that might be applied. We can even hook you up with the university financial assistance services, who may be able to provide you with something like a bursary or a scholarship that you didn't know you were eligible for. If your finances are affecting your day-to-day living, such as food and groceries, you can get in touch with us as well, and we're happy to hook you up with things like food banks, as well as any other free food that we might have laying around in the building.
Little Hall encourages students to build useful life skills like cooking in places like this.
So when I first moved out, it was a bit of a tragedy cooking wise. I was really trying to navigate, what works, what doesn't work. But having lived through the experience, I have some tips for you guys if you are also in my boat. Number 1, get recipes from Instagram and TikTok, because they're going to be 10 times better than the recipes you come up with in your head, okay? And number 2, meal prep. For the few times that I did meal prep this year, it was very, very, very helpful. Saved me a lot of time, saved me money, and ensured that I ate 3 meals a day. Sometimes it's really easy to skip meals when you get super, super busy. And it's also really easy to eat out. And nobody has a wallet big enough to eat out every single day. So please, please invest in some containers, invest some time into looking into meal prepping.
And when I came to Australia, it was quite difficult, I didn't know what to make. So I was living off rice, chicken, and broccoli for the first maybe 3 months. And then every few weeks we have Cooking with Max. which is something I recommend you guys to go to, because it teaches you how to cook in a way that's sustainable and tasty.
I had to learn how to gauge the frequency in which I had to stock up on my groceries and living supplies, but don't worry too much about it because you can definitely get into a rolling rhythm before the semester gets too hectic.
In terms of cleaning, please keep your rooms clean. I've lived in a 5-bed, 5-bath, and although my roommates have been pretty clean, I myself in my first semester was quite lenient on my cleaning. And when it came to your yearly checks, it was semesterly checks, it was quite difficult to get everything in order. So my advice would be to clean at least once a week and clean your toilet twice a week. That was a system that worked for me.
If you're feeling unsure about domestic skills, you can try ask roommates who might be more experienced for some guidance. Or you can find relevant information online as well. When deep cleaning the shared spaces, I recommend scheduling ahead of time with your roommates and do it together. This way, it's much easier and quicker than doing it alone.
So, a big overarching piece of advice I would have would to be, if you're unsure, YouTube's your best friend. You know, it's been here for so long, there's gonna be a video on it. So when I first came to Little Hall, I didn't know how to do my own washing. Never touched a washing machine in my life before until I arrived in Australia. So when I first went to the basement to do it, I had no clue what I was doing. And I had to ask people around there, and luckily enough, the residents of Little Hall are pretty welcoming and pretty helpful.
I think the most important skill is adapting and also communication, and be confident because you just need to say hi, just the bare minimum, say hi and smile, and everyone here is just welcoming, and you don't have to be afraid of how to make friends and stuff, because eventually people here also maybe they feel the same way too, but since you're being positive and you bring bright energy, people will also experience that and you will be just fine.
Seeking help is not something to be ashamed of. Little Hall offers plenty of resources to help support us, including the academic team, the psychologists, the RAs, and more. Whether it's something small like learning how to use the oven, or something bigger like planning your degree, reaching out for help can often save you a lot of trouble and stress.
Yeah, we run all sorts of events and programs that'll help you build up your independent living skills. One of the main things that we try to do is help people with cooking classes. So we run those monthly, sometimes even more often. These will help you to learn how to make nice, nutritious meals, even sometimes on a very tight budget. We also have lots of other independent living programs that will help you get in touch with lots of friends that you might make in the building, and even teach you things like how to read through your contract properly, what to do if you've signed a contract, and what terms and conditions you might be being held to. And if you run into any problems with that, we can come and chat with you in person, email, phone call, just to assist you with anything that might be popping up.
Time management is a big learning curve for any student moving to university. However, being able to manage your time effectively means that you can undertake all opportunities at Little Hall and the university.
I understand that it's extremely tempting to leave your lecture recordings until the end of the week or even a couple weeks before your exam, but that is not the way to go. What you should do is aim to finish your lecture recordings on the day of your lecture. And if you do that for all of your subjects, you're going to start the ball rolling, and that momentum is going to be what's going to drive you to continuously want to stay on top of your content.
I work as well. I'm an RA, so I'll see you around. To manage work, uni, and a social, somewhat of a social life, you need to have concrete plans and timings. I recommend getting a little cute book to just write stuff what you have going on for the day and the week. It helps you plan something to look forward to, and visualizing what plans you have in your head makes sense. Oh yeah, I have this tomorrow, I'm grabbing a friend with a coffee. Oh, I have this assignment due at the end of the week, so I should probably start working on it now. And I have a lecture tomorrow morning, so I have to go for that. So stuff like that, just get a book, whatever you feel comfortable, or your phone works as well, but just write them down, get them out of your head and onto something so you can visualize them.
I think it all lies in the mindset. Let's say you're waiting for your laundry cycle. You can think to yourself, oh, I've got just under 40 minutes to clean my room and reset it for the week, or I can start on the meal prep for tonight's dinner. Try not to fall into the trap of, I've got 40 minutes to doom scroll because I'm waiting for my laundry anyway. I think these little chunks of time during the day are really important because they add up during the week. So you have to make sure you use them to their full potential.
Time management is like a key part of Little Hall life. Not only are you a university student, but you are also living in the Melbourne city, and there's gonna be a lot of things to do. And to be able to do all the things that you want to do, you're gonna need time management. So if you ever find yourself having trouble with that kind of stuff, like definitely go talk to the staff in the academic office. Like this is literally their job and they're so happy and willing to help you. Normally like they help you make study plans or like study timetables during exams and stuff like that.
We're really lucky here at Little Hall that we have 24/7 staff available. So during office hours, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, you can come and chat at reception. We have our lovely receptionists on hand, as well as us in the back office, including our lovely community managers who are here to support you. We also have the academics team who are happy to help with the academic side of independent living, such as managing your studies and your enrolments. We also got RAs on duty overnight. So if you're having a bit of a tiz in the middle of the night, you can call the RA on duty and they can come and help you out with whatever you might be struggling with.
Other life skills you'll be able to develop at Little Hall are taking care of your health and well-being, taking charge of your studies, and also planning for the future.
Yeah, so when it comes to future planning, I would definitely recommend going to the academic office, or you can like book an appointment. Like I've heard very, very good things from people that have talked to the academic staff about career planning and course planning. They really sit down with you one-on-one and they tackle your personal case.
Well, for the health and well-being, if you have anything like any problem or any stress, you should always talk to the manager or talk to the academic supporting officers immediately.
Be patient with yourself, for sure. You're not going to get it right the first time around. It's going to take a little bit. So what really helped me was to write everything down and make things visual for myself, whether that was a planner on the whiteboard that would help me keep track of when I need to clean things and do my laundry, writing down really detailed shopping lists so that I could compare prices between grocery stores, get an idea of the places that I like to shop that work for my lifestyle, making sure that I keep in contact with family and friends and a really nice support network, people who I don't feel ashamed to ask the silly questions.
Like the Little Hall staff, like they also have so much experience, like years and years of experience in residential colleges. Like this is not new to them, and they are the professionals. Like if anyone is going to be able to, give like amazing advice, it is them. So go find them if you ever find yourself having any queries or concerns.
So I think what I wish I knew is that you'll figure it out. You will. It's natural for it to be stressful and overwhelming at the start. That's normal. You're learning how to become an adult, do adult things. Cooking, cleaning, and doing laundry while keeping on top of your grades is incredibly stressful, especially if you're trying to balance it all for the first time. That's normal, and I wish I knew that support is here. I definitely didn't reach out to the support services and support staff members here as much as I could have when I was living here. So we're so willing and eager to help. Please reach out to us. We want to help you. Little Hall is the ideal place for you to transition to adult and university life. You'll learn so much by living here with us, and we can't wait to meet you. Have any questions? Here are some ways you can get them answered.